Can we use more than one LDAP server? Catherine reports that they have one for each site that they have there.
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, LDAP servers can refer to other LDAP servers. So one option that springs to mind would be to set up an LDAP server that referred to either of the two LDAP servers. But I must say, I certainly haven't tried anything like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how you do that, but I suspect something would be possible. As I said, the security implementation is based on the Spring Framework SEG security implementation that is very flexible in what you can do. It goes way beyond the templates that we've supplied. So I suspect it might be possible to do that, but we'd have to look at that in more detail to work out how.
Second question, again from Catherine, is do the table permissions apply to all users? This is probably relating to a specific section of your speak, but does that question make sense to you?
Yes, I think what Catherine's referring to is when you lock down access to a particular column or a particular whole table, who does that apply to? And basically, yeah, it applies to all users. So it lets you basically turn on or turn off that particular aspect of editing for all users. I should point out that one of the enhancements we're planning on making in the future is to add role-level security. So basically, you'll be able to define your own roles and assign particular users to particular roles and define what each role could do. That, once we implement it, would allow you to have more fine-grained control over locking down access. So you could have, let's say, anyone who belongs to the biology group can edit fields A, B, and C, or tables A, B, and C, and anyone belonging to the chemistry group can edit tables X, Y, and Z.
Another question here, can we share a form with the users but prevent the users from making their own copy?
No, we can't do that. But if there was a need to do that, I think it would be quite easy to implement. So if that is a real need, then I think that could be implemented fairly easily. We just haven't had that request yet.
Any other developments that are coming along for this topic that we can let the goodly people know about?
Well, so the main one is the role level security that we definitely plan to implement. Just to restate what that is you'll be able to define a particular role, assign the users to a role, and then define what that role can do. So you'll be able to say that role A can edit this column, but role B can't. That's the main security-related enhancement we need to make.
Is the server going to shine any light on this topic at all?
Server won't really impact the security in terms of the functionality. The one thing it will do is will actually make the system a little more secure, because you're not having to store the database username and password on the client. That will be configured on the server. So the security will be slightly stronger in a server-based environment than it will be in the client server based environment, but it won't affect the functionality at all.
I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but Catherine's given a big thumbs up for the role level security. Although it does suggest that we could set up different connections to the same server database. That makes sense to you there? An alternative to the role level security would be to set up different connections to the same server database. I suppose different connections would be the roles, and then you assign users to access levels.
I think what you might be referring to is accessing the database as a different user, so that you can actually also use, let's say, the Oracle or the MySQL level security as well. So you could use a connection. If you want a true read-only environment, you could set it up with a read-only connection. So even if there was a hole in the IJC security implementation, the operation would still not be possible at the database level. So I suspect that's what that's about.
Okay, Catherine just commented, different JChem database promoting different table in each case.
Different JChem database.
Promoting different table in each case. Oh.
No, I'm not sure what that...
Oh, I'm sure something will come in a minute. Sorry we don't have audio on this one, guys, but I do understand the physics of it, and it's pretty tricky to try and have 10 different microphones and headphones all coming in, especially if somebody will insist on using speakers.
Well, if anyone's got any further questions, then please do contact me offline, and we can follow up with them there.
Yeah. I was going to say also that this is very much a taster, and different systems, different environments, different ways forward, and different intentions in the future. So case by case is always the best way, and we're absolutely ready to help you out there. Tim, I think, has hopefully demonstrated that he has a fairly broad knowledge of this area, so we always normally have a satisfying conclusion.